fought in what was one of the world's last havens of peace. Cambodia was a lovely land, possessing, it was said by all who went there, a dreamlike quality all of its own. Today it is a battlefield. Badly equipped and ill-trained, the Cambodians struggle against battle-hardened Viet Cong and North Vietnamese, who have reached as far as the outskirts of the capital Phnom Penh. The Cambodians have little but a naive courage to sustain them. The Cambodian High Command said that reinforcements were advancing to the battle zone. This is how they went. The Vietnam War spread to Cambodia with the overthrow of the head of state, Prince Sihanouk, in March. For years, the prince had observed a precarious neutrality, which had at least kept his nation at peace. The new government accused him of compromising with the communists by allowing the Viet Cong to use Cambodia as a sanctuary. The rebels, who included many of Sihanouk's own government, said that had they not taken over, the communists would have. In May, American forces invaded Cambodia to strike at Viet Cong supply lines and reserve bases. Now the Americans have withdrawn back to Vietnam. The Cambodians are at war and alone. Song, how far ahead of the VC?
Ngày maiពួកViet CongពួកដែលViet Congនៅហ្នឹងថ្ងៃmaiពីយើងទៅនេះឥឡូវនេះឥឡូវនេះកាត់ឧស្សាហ៍គីឡូ4គីឡូ 4 or 5 kilometers
4 or 5?
Yes sir.
Is he going to attack them or is he just waiting for them to come to him?
យើងឡើងទៅតាមនឹងសិនហើយចាំមើលហើយប្រូក្រាសេបន្តិចម្ដងមានអុកម្ដងទៀត Now he's only coming here, but he wait for the new order from the commander.
Wait for new orders.
Yes.
Now he's had to retreat from Schoon. Why did he retreat from Schoon?
លោកនៅស្គុនហ្នឹងហេតុអីក៏ចេញពីស្គុនមកដែរហេតុដែលចេញពីស្គុនមកបើទី1ទ្រុបអត់បាយអត់ទឹកណាប៉ងដងអ៊ីនវីអេអងស៊ូទី2គ្មានមីនីស្យុងមកមិនទាន់ដល់អេវ៉ាគីអេមិនទាន់ដល់ he leave the school because he have no more caliber to hand, you see.
No more ammunition. They ran out of
more ammunition and also no food also.
No food. No food or ammunition. The main highway, a posy of plastic flowers, marks the spot where the communists ambushed and killed 13 civilians. The ambush seemed as senseless as it was brutal. In 5 months, the Cambodian army has swollen from 36,000 to 120,000. The rush of volunteers has had to be halted by a government who couldn't train the men they had got. Their training appears woefully inadequate. This force is supposed to be freeing the road. They break every rule in the military textbook. Highway 4 connects Phnom Penh with the sea and Cambodia's largest brewery. The communists killed the driver, but left the beer to the government forces. It was warm, flat, and welcome. And in such surroundings, it was hard to blame inexperienced troops for a cheerful indiscipline. They needed the moment's escape from the reality around them. This was the town of Sang, twice overrun by the Viet Cong, twice recaptured by the Cambodians, destroyed by both sides in the process. 6,000 people lived here. Only soldiers and their families remain. The story of Sang has been repeated in nearly every provincial city in Cambodia. The communists have come, conquered, and been driven out only at the cost of terrible destruction. Paradise is lost. "600 government soldiers hold Sang. They're all but surrounded by 5,000 communists who have vowed they will retake the town, a vital stronghold on the road to Phnom Penh." Major On commands the 28th Battalion defending Sang. He was born in the town and is also civilian chief of the district. He recalls happier days.
Life here was very good before the war. This was a prosperous town. We had everything in abundance, more than enough for our own needs. We cultivated rice and took fish from the river and exported to Phnom Penh and even to South Vietnam. Most people had their own market gardens or their own kitchen gardens. We were a very happy people. Cambodians like to enjoy themselves, and we had the means to enjoy ourselves here. 6 restaurants, a cinema, a theater. And now look at my native town. More than half has been destroyed. It is a battlefield. I'm deeply grieved. I'm deeply grieved. Look at it. Think of the suffering. My favorite restaurant has been destroyed with the rest of the town. We used to linger here some nights until midnight. The cinemas and the theater were open late, and the restaurant was always open for us. We fought 2 big battles here, and these are the scars. The last battle lasted 3 days. I fought in that one and saw my parents' home, the house where I was born and brought up as a child, destroyed. The Viet Cong are still all around us. They will attack again. They sent a delegation to me and told me to open the road to Phnom Penh for them. I told them they must fight if they want to open the road. We will not surrender.
Typical of the Cambodian forces is boy soldier Kim, who shares a frontline dugout in Sang with his soldier father. Sung, how old is this young man? Would you ask him how old he is?
He is 14 years old.
14 years old?
Yes, sir.
Is he really a soldier? Is he really in the army now?
He is really in the army.
How long has he been in the army?
3 months ago, come on.
3 months? Yeah. Is that his gun? This one here?
Huh? This is his gun, sir.
Can he show me it? Can he show me his gun? Does he know how to fire it?
Huh?
Does he know how to fire it? Has he? Doesn't need to fire. All right. Don't waste his bullets.
Yeah.
Has he fired it in action? Has he been in action at all?
He has been in action 3 times.
Has he seen men die?
He was killed VC3.
VC. Yeah. He has killed 3 VC.
Yeah, he has killed 3 VC.
How does he know that? Did he see them fall down?
When I make it done. Make it done. Huh? Make cái khơi ở con về mau. Make it done squad về con. He has seen the VC get up by boat, you know,
yes.
By boat from the water, and
yes.
then he shoot, and then he has seen the VC falling down. Yeah, what? 3 VC.
How did he feel about killing people?
He liked to kill the enemy.
My soldiers are very young. They have been poorly trained. It is what you would expect in the situation. But many of these men come from this town. They are loyal to me. They have a reason to hold this ground. They will not run away. We are not just defending Sang, but the prestige and the honor of the Cambodian Armed Forces. The world should know that we are on the edge of a precipice.
The local rice merchant had a fine house in Sang. It lies in the ashes of the town. He joined the army because there was little else he could do, and because this was the place where he was born. His new home is the front line. The enemy is across the river.
Where was his house? Was his house in Sang?
Yes, sir.
A good house?
Very good house, sir.
What's happened to it now?
Was winning and all, sir.
Burnt out?
Yes, burnt out, sir.
And so this is his home now? This is...
Yes, sir.
Isn't he worried that this is I mean, the Viet Cong are only over there. Isn't he frightened for the family, if not for himself?
He don't afraid, sir.
For 31 years of her life.
Yes, sir. She feeling bad. She said that she was born here, and she has been here, very good here. She have a rice field here. She have a field for plant some vegetable like banana, coconut, something like this. Now about her coconut all broken. You look, and also her banana and the house, everything was broken. So now at this time she have to go to Phnom Penh, but as soon as possible when the war finished, she must come back here to stay here.
There is nothing in Sang for a family, nothing for the living. Like so much of Cambodia, it has ceased to exist in any real sense. It is now a pinpoint on a military map. For the Sron family, there is the road to the capital and the hope that somehow they can start a new life. "9,000 refugees live like this in special centres around Phnom Penh. Their numbers grow every day. These refugees are from the north of Cambodia, now almost totally under communist control. The menfolk are in the army. The refugee centres were once schools, which means that one problem is tackled at the expense of creating another. State education is at a halt. Not all the refugees are in camps. Many find homes with friends and relatives. The population of Phnom Penh has doubled since the war. Somehow, the city still works, letters are delivered, garbage collected, but for how long? The subject is the rudiments of war. There aren't enough guns to go round for the army, so the students' militia make do with their imagination and the same Micawber-like optimism which pervades the whole nation. A raggle-taggle army, supported by enthusiastic, unarmed civilians, faces 60,000 of the toughest troops in the world. Yet, it is hard to believe that the reality of it all has wholly sunk into the fun-loving Cambodians.
Go to the seaside, to the mountain. We can't go fishing. And I like those kind very much. So it disturbed me very much. I care much about the ancient building, the historical temple, because that has the connection with the religion, is it? And you know, I'm a pure Buddhism, and so I like to go to the pagoda, to the temple, to pray to the Buddha himself. And I want me and my friend, I want both of us to, you know, just to see the place around and just to feel it that the war does not disturb it. You know, we want to keep it to our own, not to make the war break it away from us.
Do you think you're changing? You say that Cambodia will survive and won't change. Do you think you're changing in the war? Do you